Minecraft. My favorite video game I've ever played, and in my opinion, the greatest video game ever created. I have spent over 75 days playing this game. I have created builds like this, and like this. I have spent over 5 hours grinding on Sky Wars, twice. But despite all of that, I have never, ever beaten the game and gotten the achievement. Now you gotta understand that I've killed the Ender Dragon before, but in creative. And since I play Bedrock, you have to get achievements, you have to do it in a survival world with no cheats, and you have never once switched to creative. So that's it. After playing Minecraft for almost 4 years, I'm gonna finally beat the Ender Dragon. Finally claim my achievement, and finally do what I've always wanted to do. So this is it. This is the world I'm going to beat the Ender Dragon in for the first time. Now, I spawned in an ice spike biome and next to a snow biome, which is probably one of the worst things I could get, but villagers do spawn here, and I always like to start out my survival runs with villagers because they give food, some unsmelted iron, and beds, and I found one pretty quickly. In about 2 minutes, I managed to find a village. I didn't have to run that far, only lost 1 heart. So I collected a tree so I could get a crafting table, some wood, kill the iron golem, and, do my business. The village started out fine. The first igloo didn't really have much, but it's an igloo, so you don't expect it to. Grabbed the crafting table, I grabbed the furnace, and I headed on out. But the main reason I go to villages is to get the food. And there was no food. Nothing at all. Now, this might be an oversight because it is an ice spike biome, but still. So I killed the iron golem, just, kind of broke my sword, but, who cares? And went on my way, hoping to find another village. So after about 5 minutes of exploring, I managed to find one in the taiga biome. Now, the taiga biome does have some food, not a lot of food, so it wasn't that promising, but it does have some good gear, which is foreshadowing to later. So I basically caused a famine, looted all of the food, and, punched the lion golem to death, because my sword had broken. I didn't actually feel like crafting a new one, so punched him. No, most of the time I do punch him, to be fair, so, wasn't anything different. At this point, I had full leather armor, which isn't great. I had an iron pick, some food, and a dream, and so I went caving. Now, most of the time, this is where I die in all my runs, right? I go to the caves, I get blown up by a creeper, I got shot by skeletons, so I wanted to play this extremely safe. I played it very slow, I placed a bed at the beginning of the cave, and I was basically just gonna get some iron, do my thing, and leave. I ended up fighting a few mobs, but ultimately I was able to get all of the iron I needed, and was able to leave the cave relatively peacefully, full geared, and pretty much ready to go to the nether at this point. So after I got all of the stuff I needed, all the iron, all of the coal, I made my way out this massive fucking opening here. That was insane. And I basically made my way out, and this time I still wanted to look for a village. I was only 9 bread, so a village would be nice, and it didn't take me long. It was actually in the same biome that I found one, actually. I think, if you watch that cut, I'm pretty sure it was, literally a 1-second cut. I didn't realize at the time when I was editing this. But this was actually a really, really fucking cool village as well, and I looted it. Again, it didn't have the greatest in terms of food supply, but it is a taiga village, so it could potentially have some promising loot, which, or you'll see. You'll see the next chest I get. Either that one or the next one. I don't know. I didn't count my chest, but you'll see pretty soon. Yeah, it was this chest. Oh, alright. Well, I basically ended up getting enough obsidian to complete almost any ruined nether portal I could, and got actually 2 full sets of iron armor. So my entire caving exploration was pretty much useless, but it is what it is. I'll take it. So I smelted my iron anyways, because, why not? I'll do it while I'm looting the village, and went on my day. So after looting the village, I still wanted to find one more village so I could get food. a lot. 20 bread is not enough for the nether and for the end and for all the adventuring. So I was lucky enough I found a plains village. It had literally infinite amount of food. I didn't even mine like half of the hay bales there. And I was still at like a stack in it, like 2.5 stacks of bread. Like it was actually mental how much food this village had to offer. So after the village, I went on exploring. At this point, I either needed lava pool or ruined nether portal, and I mean, literally 30 seconds away, I found one. Like, no ruin, like no crying obsidian, no nothing. All right, my luck was insane. This is probably the best luck I've ever gotten in Minecraft at all. So I basically put a chest down, put my stuff, and went in. And my luck, I swear to God, this is the luckiest I've ever been, because holy. Look at where I spawned, everyone. Just look at where I spawned. If it ever loads. I mean, I'm recording this on my phone right now, this audio. Oh, it's loading. And any second now. I kind of feel lame. This audio clip's not going very well. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I spawned in a fucking nether fortress. Then my stream cut out, and so I had to, like, restart my stream. But I went back to get blocks into the overworld, and I basically, because there was, like, 50 wheeler skeletons, so I went back to get blocks, and I basically planned to bridge over to the blaze spawner, jump down, and do my thing. But I died. And I died. And I died. I probably died another, like, 15 times before I made it. I put it in peaceful mode, everyone. That's how bad it got. I put it in peaceful mode. I put this in actual peaceful mode, right? It broke my portal. Like, there was 5 nether portals there that were broken at the end of it. So, of course, I put it in peaceful mode. I was even just dying to mobs left and right because I would lag. And I would literally be stuck in the nether portal for a minute. So, you know, I did put it in peaceful mode, okay? Call me what you will, but it was worth it, okay? I got my blaze rods. That's all I wanted was my blaze rods. So we take that. And then, you know, I needed ender pearls. At this point, I had literally over 20 blaze powder, so I didn't need any more blazes. I traded, I think, like 40 ingots or something with these hoglins. And yes, they're not attacking me because it's in peaceful. I know. They literally just gave me nothing. Over 40 ingots, and I got absolutely nothing. So I went to go find another village. Now, a little bit of context before I go into this village and loot it is that another way to get ender pearls is you can trade with a Fletcher, then trade with the cleric. Now, in order to trade with the Fletcher, you can basically get a bunch of emeralds if you just mine trees and turn it into sticks. And then you can trade with the cleric, and clerics can sell you ender pearls. This was the old way that people used to do a lot of speedrunning before Hoglin trades came out. And this was my plan. I had basically gone through like 3 villages with no clerics, and I couldn't create the tool that clerics need because I had spent all of my blaze rods and turned them into blaze powder. But without further ado, I went into this village and looted it. It was actually a good village too because acacia trees are pretty big and open and decent amount of them. I found a cleric in the first house, and at this point, I really was starting to see the end. Like, I could actually picture myself doing it. So, I farmed, like, I basically deforested the entire area. I traded with the Fletcher. It was really annoying, because there was, like, 4 Fletchers I had to create, because they would jack up prices, they would run out of sticks. It wasn't fun, everyone. It wasn't fun. And I eventually traded with the cleric. So, I upgraded the cleric eventually to get enough ender pearls. Now, taking count, this probably took me like an hour, probably about an hour and a half of trading to finally get all 16. Now you could say, oh, you only need 12, but I'm playing it safe. I knew I was going to waste some, and I did. I had wasted 5 by the time I finally got in the stronghold. Now, a little bit of context as I'm wandering around the stronghold. This is the first time I've ever been in a stronghold. The only other time I've ever killed the Ender Dragon was in a building competition where my friend created the end portal for one of his builds. Right? That was the only time, and it was in creative too, I have ever killed the Ender Dragon. So this was really cool going into the stronghold. It didn't take me too long to find the portal, and this is where I really started to see the end. I was actually going to do it. I was actually going to kill the Ender Dragon. I mean, it's insane. I've been playing this game for 4 years, and I'm going to do it? Wow. I put my pumpkin on, which really reduces your visibility, and I went in. So my strategy for this was actually quite simple, right? I was simply planning to pillar up, blow up the crystals, pillar over to the next pillar, blow it up. But the problem was, for some random reason, whether it was because I was an easy or if it's a bedrock thing, the dragon would perch every 10 or 15 seconds and then instantly aggro you afterwards. The damage wasn't bad, but the knockback worried me. And, well, I'll just play the next clip, alright? I'll just play it. Yeah, it was rough. I died like 2 other times as well. I even like made a little like pillow thing so I could get back up. And this is it. Before I show you the entire clip here, because this is my actual live reaction, I just want to say, like, this meant a lot to me. If you want to check out the stream afterwards, you can. And I probably sat watching credits for 30 minutes just thinking. And I would go through these mood swings of pure happiness to, in a way, depression, if you will. Not actual depression, but sadness. Because at this point, I've completed the game. I've done everything I can do in this game. And although I never plan to stop playing this game anytime in the future, for me, this was just big. Because it was just something that I had been thinking of for 4 years. As I said, I've been playing this game for 4 years. It was the first game I downloaded on my Xbox and played. My first ever actual world I think I ever played in was a speedrun world. A little bit of context to why this means so much to me is that my first Minecraft YouTuber I really started to watch was Dream. And the first video I ever watched from him was his world record speedrun. And that's what got me into it, speedrunning. I found it fascinating, that skill that they had, the manhunts that he did, and my first few worlds, my first 4 or 5 worlds, were actually speedrun worlds. I think my first ever world, I still have it saved, is a speedrun world. So, for me to kill the Ender Dragon, that meant everything to me. And, I mean, you can hear in my reaction to it, but I don't think it actually gives the real justice to how much this actually meant to me, because this is 4 years I've been playing this game. The first world I ever created playing this game, the first day I got this game, I was planning to do this. It took me 4 years, but after all of the memories I've spent on this game, after some of the amazing times I've had, to finally be able to do it, it meant everything to me. It really did. So, thank you for watching this video. Because honestly, this wasn't a journey of 3 or 4 hours. This was a journey of 4 years. It's insane. It really is. Let's go! Let's fucking go! Holy shit! Oh! Let's fucking go! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! We've done it. Holy shit, it does give you a lot of XP. Holy shit.